Hello guys, gonna be going over the Saturday MLB PrizePicks slate for June 4th. Saturday we usually have a lot of early games, but there's actually only two today, so probably gonna be tweeting out the plays for the afternoon games because not really liking anything for this one, and we don't know who the Cardinals are gonna be pitching for either of their game. They do have a doubleheader against the Cubs today, and so we're just gonna have to wait on that one. But right now, first inning run props, they're giving us basically everything, and I don't know if this is a mistake on their part because sometimes they don't even give us ones that are like a minus 150, but there are definitely some that I like here. The first one is going to be Giants and Marlins. This is going to be a no-run first inning prop, taking the under on this one. So it is going to be Logan Webb against Pablo Lopez. And the rain, it doesn't matter. They can close the roof, the wind, all that. That should not be a factor. But 3.6 run total for both teams. These are two very good pitchers on the year, and these two teams, they offensively, like, they're not awful, but this is a very good pitcher's ballpark. They're two very good pitchers, so you're just gonna have an underline of, I would say, because DK for the sportsbook, they don't have the line on this one yet, but I would imagine it's probably somewhere around a minus 160 as well. Now, looking at that, obviously going to continue taking on more of these props. The next one is White Sox and Rays. They're right next to them. And this one, as I just showed you on the sportsbook, it's a minus 160 for the under. So taking the under on this one because this is also another great matchup of two pitchers. We got Dylan Cease and, well, Drew Rasmussen, who Cease is definitely one of the better arms in the league. Rasmussen has been pretty solid this year, and again, it is in Tampa Bay, so another very good pitcher's ballpark. 3.7, 3.5 run total. Just when you have two very low run totals, that's when I really like to target these no run first inning props. So I'm gonna take the under right here, and then for an over, that's gonna be Braves and Rockies, Coors Field. I'll always be taking the over on these. And this is a good offensive team in the Braves. So it's not like, it's two teams that don't really have good offenses. This is a very good offensive team in Atlanta. And the over for this is a minus 170. I think actually it was actually like a minus 165 earlier. But yeah, it's even better now, value for PrizePicks. So I really like this play. This is a lock for me. I know some of these first inning props can be volatile, but when you look at the odds, minus 170, you just don't get those plays on PrizePicks. So this will be a lock, and just looking at the sportsbook, looking at the odds, this is most definitely the right play. And now taking a look at some pitching props. So originally I tweeted out David Peterson strikeouts. This has since moved to 4, so I just didn't refresh the page, but is now 4, so I'm not going to take the under on that one. But I think if you want to take a fantasy score prop for David Peterson, that's totally fine. That's 24.5 still. And you look at lefties, Dodgers, they're a good offensive team. They rank 12th, 110 WRC plus, and we know all the great bats that the Dodgers have. Mookie Betts is on a tear, and Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, all those guys are going to be just making it tough for David Peterson. So that's why I do like the under for Peterson. And then for the other guys, I'm interested in Marco Gonzalez's under, also 24.5. And that is because the Rangers are a pretty good team when it comes to facing his lefties. Marco Gonzalez, not a strikeout pitcher. He always pitches to contact. My face is kind of blocking my camera, but basically a lot of blue for his Savant page here. And he's only in the 6th percentile in Ks. He doesn't generate a lot of swings and misses. And he has a 3.55 ERA, but his expected is at 5.14, 13.1 per K percentage. So just needs to get guys out when they put the ball in play. And that's going to be a little bit tougher today because he's not pitching in Seattle. This is going to be in Texas. Texas, a much better hitter's ballpark than Seattle. And Rangers, they have a 4.8 run total. They do have a lot of righties. Corey Seager is very good against lefties, and Gonzalez, he's not tough against lefties. So really, this is not a bad matchup for the Rangers. Taking a look at some of these stats, Rangers 6th WRC plus, but they also got power ISO. They rank 7th, and the K percentage, they're not like extremely low. They're 17th, about league average, but Gonzalez doesn't strike anyone out, so that's just going to help all these guys who do strike out. Like Garver's a big strikeout guy, Adolis Garcia, all these guys at the bottom of the lineup. But because Gonzalez doesn't strike guys out, these guys are probably going to be able to put the ball in play, meaning less strikeouts, less fantasy points for Gonzalez. And, hopefully, because they're not striking out, they at least can foul some balls off or something. And that's going to get Gonzalez's pitch count pretty high. So I like the under on him. And they're at least the Rangers are favored to win this game. So that's going to take away the win potential. So hopefully nothing crazy happens, because the Rangers, they definitely are in a good spot when it comes to facing lefties. And then Eric Fetty, another under 23.5 against the Reds. I prefer Gonzalez slightly because the Rangers are just a better offense than the Reds, but this Cincinnati ballpark, I always talk about it, but this has been the best hitters ballpark in the league this year so far. And Fetty's not a good pitcher. He definitely gives it up to lefties. Joey Votto, not having the best year, but I mean, he homered yesterday, and 82 degrees, winds blowing left to right at 4. The Reds have a very good 5.2 run total. Nationals, they don't have a good bullpen, and the Reds, they could certainly start this game really well, hopefully get the Fetty. So 23.5, I think I like Gonzalez's more once again, because Gonzalez just doesn't strike guys out. Fetty at least has like a 20% K rate, so he could potentially get extra 3, 6, 9 fantasy points that way. But definitely the matchup is going to be tough, a higher run total compared to the Rangers. But yeah, I think this is another underplay you should be considering. And then talking about David Peterson. So for the hitting, gonna be looking at Jorge Polanco here at 5.5, taking the over. He is a switch hitter, but he hits kind of pretty much kind of the same when it comes to lefty righty. His power, you're gonna see more home runs when he faces righties, but that's just because he's getting more at bats as a lefty, because there's more righties in the game. But Jose Barrios, this guy has not been that great this year. And Barrios, he has some significant splits when it comes to righty lefties. Really gives it up to lefties. He has a 7.17 expected ERA. Like, this is not the Barrios of old. These numbers look like he's Marco Gonzalez. I mean, and worse. And a 331 expected batting average. His splits, 166 whip, 6 homers allowed to lefties, 141 whip, 3 homers, 2 righties. Just has been really bad so far. So Polanco at 5.5. I think this is a very favorable line for us to take the over on. And then for total bases, we're going to be going back to Coors with Ronald Acuna. He's hit twice now, and today he's going to get a better matchup than he had against Chad Kuhl. Taking on Kyle Freeland. Freeland, not a good pitcher. He does not strike guys out. So that's going to help Acuna. He's been striking out kind of like above 30% this year. But righty-lefty matchup for Acuna. I mean, there's not much else to say. It's Coors Field. A 6.6 run total, 78 degrees, very good. The wind's kind of blowing more right to left, or left to right. So, that's another plus. You don't have winds blowing straight in. Temperatures more or warmer than it was at the beginning of this series. So yeah, just a very good matchbook for Acuna. I'd be okay if you want to take Osuna. Austin Riley is actually not available, which is kind of weird because Acuna is here, so I don't get why Riley wouldn't be. But yeah, Acuna gonna still be a lock for today. He's hopefully can hit again. And then that's really it. Runs and RBIs today, they're pretty bad. Like, if I had to give you guys one, probably Julio Rodriguez. Some interest in Luis Arias because he's batting leadoff now. I did ask them if they could put up Brian Hayes. If they do, I'll definitely make sure to let you guys know Hayes would be a lock if they do put him on, because looking at the odds, he's running in line with Miles Straw yesterday, and Straw was on the board. So hopefully they do put him on, but gonna have to wait and see. And then obviously, of course, just waiting for all the other like earned runs, hits, walks allowed, all those props when they do put them in the morning tomorrow. So I'll update you guys, tweet it on my Twitter. That's where I do post all my plays. So hopefully you can have another great day with the locks, all with the picks. And thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all the support, and good luck on the slate. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.